If you want to create a clean, modern glass effect in Photoshop, I'm going to show you the easiest step-by-step method right now. This technique is perfect for UI mockups, posters, thumbnails, social media graphics, and any design where you want that sleek frosted glass look. And best of all, once you learn the workflow, you can reuse it over and over again in your own projects. If this tutorial helps you out, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more Photoshop tips just like this. Alright, let's jump into it. First, open your Photoshop project and make sure you already have a colorful background in place. That background is really important because the glass effect only looks realistic when there is something visible behind it. Now choose the rounded rectangle tool, or if you want a more basic look, you can use the standard rectangle tool. Click and drag on your canvas to draw the shape where you want your glass panel to appear. This shape is going to be the base of your glass effect, so place it carefully where it makes sense in your design. Once your shape is created, go over to the Layers panel and make sure that New Shape layer is selected. At the top of the Layers panel, right below Opacity, you'll see the Fill slider. This is the key part that many people confuse. You do not want to lower the opacity. Instead, set the fill all the way down to 0%. The reason this works is because the shape itself becomes invisible, but the layer styles you add next will still remain visible. That's what gives the glass its polished edge without showing a solid block of color. Next, we're going to build the actual glass properties using layer styles. Double-click the empty area next to your shape layer name to open the layer style window. The first effect we'll add is a soft white border using stroke. Turn on stroke, then set the size to around 1 or 2 pixels. Change the position to inside so the border stays neat and tight around the shape. For the blend mode, use overlay or soft light, depending on the look you want. Then click the color box and choose white. After that, lower the stroke opacity to around 30 to 40%. This gives you that crisp, reflective edge that makes the shape feel like real glass. Now let's add an inner reflection. Turn on Inner Glow, set the blend mode to screen, and keep the opacity very low, around 10 to 15%. Choose white as the color. Under Source, select Edge, and then gently increase the size until you see a subtle soft glow creeping in from the border. This is what helps create the slightly lit translucent feel that glass naturally has. After that, turn on Drop Shadow for a little bit of depth. Set the blend mode to multiply, change the color to black, and reduce the opacity to around 15 to 20%. Then adjust the distance and size so the shadow stays soft and diffused. You don't want a harsh shadow here. You just want the glass to feel like it is floating slightly above the background. Once those 3 styles are in place, click OK to apply them. At this point, your shape should already be starting to look like glass. But the most important part is still ahead. Real glass doesn't just sit on top of the background, it bends and softens what is behind it. So now we need to create that frosted blur effect. Select your background layer, or if you want more control, create a merge stamp layer from the layers below, using Ctrl, Alt, Shift and E on Windows, or Command, Option, Shift and E on Mac. Place that merged layer directly beneath your glass shape. Then right-click the blurred background layer and choose Convert to Smart Object. This step is helpful because it keeps your blur editable and clean. Next, go up to Filter, then Blur, and choose Gaussian Blur. Set the blur radius somewhere between 10 and 25 pixels. A lower number will give you a lighter frosted look, while a higher number will make the glass feel more opaque and soft. Once you're happy with the preview, click OK. Right now the entire layer is blurred, but we only want the blur to appear inside the glass panel. So here's the final crucial step. Hold down Alt on Windows or Option on Mac, then move your cursor in the Layers panel to the line between the blurred layer and the glass shape layer. When your cursor changes to the clipping mask icon, click once to create the clipping mask. And just like that, the blur is now contained inside the shape, giving you a smooth frosted glass window effect. If you move the shape around, the blurred area will stay locked inside it, which makes this technique really powerful for modern design layouts. And that's how you make a glass effect in Photoshop, using shape layers, layer styles, Gaussian blur, and a clipping mask. It's simple, clean, and extremely versatile once you practice it a few times. If you found this tutorial useful, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next Photoshop tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.